Cool, yeah. Yeah, same one. Yep. Alright, hello everybody, welcome to EFR. This is round number 8. I got it wrong last week. It was round number 7 last week. I thought it was round 8 for some reason. But yeah, we're round 8 this week. France. Paul Ricard for season number 7. Logic's back from a couple of seasons ago, if people do remember him or not. He is back, and pretty much that is it. Everyone else is here that's full-time near enough. I think just Mantic. It's not included. I've not enabled it, so you can't include it. Oh, alright, okay. But yeah, so reserve is... I thought I didn't click it. The reserve Mantic, I think there's another reserve as well. I'm sure there's another reserve. We'll go through it in a minute though. Standings are up as well. I will post, well, I'll say them through the 5-minute break as well when we have it. Hopefully Logic knows about the... Yeah, Logic's reserving. She's come back. And Mantic, I think they're the only two. I'm sure there's another one as well. Actually, I think there wasn't. Oh, Alicio. Alicio's reserving. I don't think they're full time yet. They might be. Let me have a look. Because that's completely confused me. So Alicio is a reserve. So Logic, Alicio, and Mantic are reserve drivers. Everyone else is full time. And get ready for a wet race. That's the point. He messaged me, didn't he? So what did he say it to? Someone sent me. Yeah, so this is season number 7, and EFR has never seen a fully dry France. Yeah, there you go. It's a wet race. I knew it would be EFR. We used to have 2 tiers. This is for the second and third, fourth and fifth and sixth season. We had 2 tiers. So we are talking 14 races now we've seen this in this league, and we have never ever had a full dry qualifying and race in EFR, and it's not dry again today, it's wet again. Oh, it might be rain. Yeah, it might rain right at the end there, so it might be dry. Okay. Yeah, go by the percentage, Kevin. Always go by the percentage. Never go by the symbols, always go by the percent. That's quadro, yeah. Yeah, so I reckon it might rain right at the end. Well, I'm trying to work out what we see in qualifying. What do we reckon in qualifying? What was I doing that? So probably 27s, we might see 27. Why have I got no volume? Oh yeah, I've got volume. I reckon we'll see a 27. Well, I know one driver in this league, what they're actually in, so they might do a 27. Yeah, you've got someone in red line in this league now, so you might see a 27. I'm expecting a 28 from Quadro and a low one. So there you go, Kevin. There's your pressure. I'm expecting a low 28 from you. You got no ball beast today. And Harry's just took it off road down. At least he's going slowly, so he's not doing something stupid. Postage, yeah. Doo-doo-doo. That's okay. Harry's letting him out of money pass. So what we're doing now is quickly look at what happened last week incident-wise. Well, there was a couple. Pretty much just El Zulu. Because he ran super low wings. He was not making any corners properly and causing a lot of incidents, which he picked up about 5 penalty points for. And then also slashed until he retired in the pit lane, and now Barney's backed out that lap because he's just, well, he hasn't backed out a bit, but he had a power slide. Mate, I'm doing low 29s, Kevin. And I'm about a second slower than you normally, so... I did a 29.8 or something on mediums on Wednesday in a short qualifying. Then I invalidated my soft run, which was fantastic. We've got a couple of people here that's also not very well. We've got Flavour that's not very well, and Schumacher that's got some stuff going on as well. So, but they are here and they are committed to racing, which is cool. And then Albani's going to set the first lap time. He did make a massive mistake at exit turn 2 though. Very massive mistake. It wasn't a massive mistake. He's had a power slide out of it. So he sets a 32.0. Logic's going the wrong way. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. 32.3 for Harry. P2. Logic. What did Logic top to 2? Yeah, exit turn 2. So easy to do though. That corner is probably the worst corner on this track. A 30.4 for Quadro P1 so far, fastest so far. Dark with a 131.4, and he's gone there. That's the 4th car that I've seen go at that second turn. I'll still do quality properly though. Right, Ali 32.5 into P5. Aston Martin at Drax on out lap, which is got across the line of start at his next lap. And Callum is going to final 2 corners. Got to say, the likes of like Quadro and all that, and Wallington as well. You can take advantage of Bulby's not being here today. 32.0 for Callum P3. Yeah, he's going to run a fast right hand up. Wallington's already told me he's on a full tank, so there's no point to worry about him. Alicio going through the third sector, bit validated. Drax going down the DRS straight. So it is his teammate Fiat, which will be the next car to set lap time. And he has back down. What's up? What's up, Kevin? Really? I'm sure we were... That's crazy, because somebody in XNA did a 28, didn't they? Yeah, they did. There was 3 of them that did 28s, and they're mid-28s. Or was it 29? I'll have a look in a minute. I'll I'll have a look. It might be 30s then actually, yeah. Might be right. Could be correct. Maybe it was Bahrain that was when I believe. I can't remember, mate. No, you are right, Kevin, actually, yeah, sorry, it is low 29s will be pole, sorry, yeah, sorry. Well, mid 29s I thought would be pole, so not 28, sorry. Yep, you're right, sorry. Rack 131.724, P3. Logic, going through into third sector. I'm trying to work out what I was thinking 28s for then. I think it was me that's thinking people being the 28s correct one tomorrow on Sunday. That's probably what it was, not 27, 28s. Though there's 2 people in there, I reckon being 28s. Flavour, you think you're in the wrong car? Logic goes 4th, 131.972. Let me double check. Flavour, we can fix it. Doesn't matter if you are. We'll just make sure we change the standings or so. Line up. Yeah, you should have been the Williams. Yeah. Alright. I'll tell Karen. Yeah, well, luckily there's ways around it, so it's not a big deal. Flavour when it's out. Your points will still go towards Williams. It's just on the race results, she'll be in the house. Right, Schumacher on lap now on the mediums. As they're going back to what I set in mediums earlier, then I'm thinking it was a 39. I set a 30.9 on mediums. So yeah, so that. Oh yeah, that's what I set on Wednesday. Yeah. I've always been strong around this track though. And then the race was wet, and then everyone behind me was just kicking my ass. Oh, the pit never save. Logic's on about the pit lane. Oh, the pit lane's awful. The exit is also ridiculous and retarded. Yeah. Right. Do like a 34.7. Well, the pit lane is very simple. The pit entry is very similar to places like Mexico. Is a good one to be very similar to. And I mean Brazil's is also very similar as well, where you've got to be careful going in there because of where the pit line is, and where the actual marker board is, because it is right on where the wall is, and it just sticks out a little bit to see it. And the pit exit is probably one of the worst ones on here. I think what do you call it? Saudi is probably the other one that's just as bad. Canada can also be a bit of an awkward one as well. They come right out on the racing line. Right, Fiat is starting a lap now. He has just started a hot lap. Quadro is also out on track, but I think he's just starting a lap, isn't he? Oh no, he has to actually come into the finish lap, alright. He's 3 times up, should be a 30 flat area. There's a 30 flat, 0.92. Yeah, there's such a the tyres on the front. What was it we've worked out? It's the front left, I think. Was it the front left around here? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, front left was the one that was getting very, very toasty. Yeah, 30 flat. The whole time's a 30 flat. But yeah, so pretty much the fronts are what I found overheating, but then some people have my rears. But I think the front left is the tyre to be careful with. Mediums is worse than the hards. So it should be around about 14-15 laps on hards, and then 13 or 12 laps on the mediums. But obviously you can go a little bit further on hards to make the mediums a little bit better, but I've got a funny feeling you're going to see a lot more people start on hard compound than mediums because of the tyre overheating. Because the tyres don't overheat as hard on lesser fuel, so. Plus the rain's coming at the end of the race, so. What do you want to be on if the rain does come at the end of the race? Hard tyres or mediums? Right, so Fiat sets a 32.355 P10. Logic is on the lappers now. Yeah, he's just starting lap as well. And also I think Schumacher's doing full tank runs, or close to. He's on 33, he's doing 33, he's done 32s. So. He might be... Actually, he might post with a full tank, actually. Half tank. Oh, yeah, he's just fun. And Logical across the line now to see if he improves on a 31.973. Looks like he's going to quite comfortably, and he does. 30.738 P2, 7/10 off a quadro on pole. Whee! Turn 1, well, turn 2. You're going to see that quite a bit, I think. People are going to have to be very careful at the start of race as well. For turn 1 and 2, you've got to make sure you leave enough room. So Mantic's just started a hot lap. And Slave has invalidated his run, so we're going on Mantic. 3 minutes 50 to go. Remember, that's only for you, not for the running session. Logic's run out of fuel, but he should be in the pit lane in a second. Yeah, he's right. Well then, let's see what Mantic can post then. At the moment he's on 32.28208, sorry. There's Master Chef over there. And he does improve up to P5, 131.624. Drax on a lap as well. Actually, well, Drax turned his DRS on already. Ali going down to turn, well, I think that's 4 and 5. 6. This is where I actually expected to be able to spin to. We're going into just before the DRS rate, but no one's spun there yet. Going to DRS rate. Second one. Left hand a bit. Yeah. The medium speed left-hander going into the DRS straight, we've got to try and do it flat out. If you get too much curve on the inside or out exit, it'll just throw you. Right, Ali then. He's at the moment P7 in the Haas. Remember though, we do have a 5-minute break after qualifying, so pretty much best to wait till the admin post when to go. The AlphaTauri just spun, but it was on a lap. And he improves 131.651. Alfa Romeo's on that lap. Yep. Alicio just spun and is invalidated as well, so his lap is done. Make sure you clip it. Well, let's go. Remember, you can't cut the track to do a lap, so it will be penalised. Right, Atlantic's retired in the pit lane. I think he didn't need to because he would have made it anyway. So Ali's run out of fuel, so he is done in qualifying. Ferrari of Schumacher is the first car set lap time up with the last runners then. Thing is though, it probably won't make a difference anyway, because he's probably going to start in second anyway. No one's anywhere near him. Yeah, you can't cut the track in qualifying. Right, Schumacher then in 11th at the moment at 32.564. Going to improve though, because that was a medium run, this is soft, so he's going to improve to a 31.783 P8. And here comes a massive train of a load of cars now, so we'll about to find out. Quadro then, do you improve? He's definitely going to improve, I think. He does improve a 29.894. Pole position at the moment, provisional pole. Dark goes into second, 130.704. Albini's about to cross the line in fifth at the moment. He improves 101, he goes into fourth. 131 point. And Logic goes back up to P2, 130.048. And that is qualifying done, I believe. Wallo's gone into third as well with a 130.572. Dark's now 4, 5 is Albini, 6 is Harry, 7 is Mantic, 8 is Ali, 9 is Drac, 10 is MSC, 11 is Fiat, 12 is Callum, 13 Flavour, and Alicia did not set that time. That is qualifying done. Quadro is on pole, second with a 129.894. Second is Logic, third is Wallington, 4 is Dark, 5 is Albini, 6 is Harry, 7 is Mantic, 8 is Ali, 9 is Drac, 10 is MSC, 11 is Fiat, 12 is Callum, 13 is Flavour, and 14 is Alicio. Right. Let's do the standings a second. Right. Quadro is leading the championship with 157 points. Second is Ballbees with 149. Third is Dark with 104. Fourth is Wallington with 88. 5 is Flavour with 62. 6th is Albini with 60. 7th is Harry with 52. 8th is Prudish with 50. 9th is Mantic with 50. 10th is Callum with 41. 11th is Navadi with 40. 12th is Ali with 38, 13th is Schumacher with 34, 14th is Rem with 32, 15th is Air Max with 31, 16th is Sugar with 25, 17th is Drac with 24, 18th is Fjorm with 23, 19th is Active with 22, 20th is Alicia with 20, 21st is Fearless with 20, 22nd is Allied with 19, 23rd is Sasha with 16, 24th is CVT with 11, 25th is Waldo with 7, 26th is Fiate with 6, 27th is Alicia with 4, and Swayster, Little Shaz, 2D, Rabago and Ernie all yet to score championship points. Constructors, Williams lead the championship with 211 points, second is Alpine with 177, third is Ferrari with 169, fourth is McLaren with 134, Red Bull in 5th with 101, 6th is Haas with 100, 7th is Mercedes with 88, 8th is AlphaTauri with 85, 9th is AlphaTauri with 74, and 10th is Aston Martin with 46. 27 lap race. Yep. Oh, well, both McLarens have hit each other, so that's great. Right. It won't show me if anyone's in AI anyway. Spectators don't see it. Right, Quadro and P1 on hard compound tyres. Logic on the mediums in second. Third is Waddington on hards. Fourth is Dark on mediums. Both McLarens are on hards, but they both got disqualified for qualifying. Well, from qualifying from the formation lap, sorry. So they're both going to start on 70-degree tyres on the hards. 7th is Mantic on the mediums. 8 and 9 is Ali and Drac on the mediums. Schumacher and 10's gone softs. 11th is Fiate on the mediums, and then Callum and Flavour in 12 and 13 on hards, and Alicio is at the back of the field on the mediums. Medium hards or hard medium. Yeah, I don't know why this mic's so sensitive, but you shouldn't even breathe, but there's not much I can do about that. Oh, so Ferrari went way. So Dark, looks like Dark dropped it, and then they both avoided it and ate each other. Wonderful. Shows a good omen for the start of the race when they can't even do the formation lap. Right. 27 laps around Paul Ricard Rack, around France, round number 8 for EFR, season number 7, and we're underway. Alpine starts it with Quadro, second is Logic, third is Waddington, 4 is Dark, and 5, Mantic's already jumped up 2 places. Albini's down to 6, Schumacher's up to 7 on those soft tyres. Quadro has been overtaken Logic, Logic on the outside though, Logic has been, Quadro's got it, Logic's under pressure now on the inside, is a Mercedes of Waddington, but he's not there, no, so that is on to the lead. Second is Logic, third is Waddington, 4 is Dark, 5 is Mantic, 6 is Albini, 7 is Schumacher, up to 7 now. Ali down to 8. Ali's coming straight back at man. Schumacher though, and he does get him up there, so 7th is now Ali. 8 is Schumacher, 9 is Alicio. Great start from Alicio from 14th to 9th. Drac to 10, 11 is Callum, 12 is Fiate, 13 is Flavour, 14 is Harry. There's a yellow flag, and it is Harry. Schumacher's gone inside of Han has got him, and I don't know if Harry's just dropped it or if he's got damage. His 70-degree tyres on hards is the problem there. And he is down to the back of the field, but it's a long race. Dark having a look on Wallington, mediums against hards. And it should be Dark, really. Have this now. He's on the inside with the most grip and everything. Hey, he's got to get him. Wow, oh, and that is Yate gone. That exit, mate. That exit throws you wide. First lap for Logic, 140.840. Second is Quadro. I don't know, I've seen worse ones than that, to be fair. Little tiny, there wasn't a lot of contact. Dude. We're going now. Ooh, we know he dropped it. And Alicio has dropped it. Alicio's gone at turn 2. No, he's not. He's gone at turn 5. Gone where I expected a few other people to go to do that. And he has down to 12 now. Mantic. And Dark fighting. Dark's going to have more grip though. Yeah. And he does hold on to it. Mantic down to 5th. And Mantic's coming straight back at him. Medium against medium. Mantic just needs to keep his car there. Now he should be able to swip it inside now. Ooh. That's just racing, that is. Did well to save that, Mantic did, but there's not really much else we can do that. P1 and 2 are still fighting, Quadro still there with Logic on the hard compound. The hards are about 7 tenths slower than mediums. We're pretty much about 3 or 4 laps and then it starts to even itself out. So Logic needs to get away, and needs to get away now. That's on the back of Waddington. Also Albini's on the back of Mantic now. Mantic's under pressure from Albini. Albini's hit a bit of form the last few weeks, so... No one's close enough to make a move yet down here. Albini is on the move on Mantic though. There's been a crash at the back and there's an AlphaTauri, there's Alicio. And Albini has got past Mantic up to P5. Mantic down to 6. Schumacher is up to 7. Behind that fight now as well. That fight is bringing in a lot of cars now. Something's happened at the back. Fiate's dropped it. The P1 and 2 are starting to pull away, was what we expected from qualifying. In the pits for Schumacher though on those soft tyres. He probably might go a couple more laps though, but he hasn't. Right then, Dark on the inside of Wallington. Turn 1 into turn 2. Got more room in left there from both of them. Schumacher is probably going to come out in 12th position, I think. He might come out just maybe in front of the Aston Martin, but it'd be very close. And I'm keeping an eye on T1 and 2 as well. It's still 3-4 tenths. And Alicio's... No, that is Fiate. Sorry, Fiate has gone at turn 2. Twice now he's gone deep in that corner. And there is the fight for P1 and 2. Still 3 tenths separating them though. Oh, watch out, watch out. Everyone misses it. Have to report it. It ain't over yet though. That's what I hate turn 1 and 2 around here for. Quadro's for 4 tenths. Barney's got past Dark up to P3. Got past Flavour down to P10. Going on then, Logic leads at second is Quadro, third is Albani, 4 is Dark, 5 is Mantic, 6 is Ali, 7 is Callum, has just moved up into 7. And taken. Yeah, oh, Callum over that. Why am I doing that for? Right, Flavour up to P, down to P10 now, Drac up to 9. No, I can't say nothing. So, can't say too much. There's an incident. So Logic down 2 tenths now. Well, he was well down 3 tenths. He's up to 3 tenths again now. Actually down to 4, 6. Oh, he's lost a bit of time there now. All I can say is report it. That's all I can do. At the moment, no one with time penalties, which is quite good. But no, there's only a couple of corners where you can get penalties around here. Mainly the exit turn 2 can cause penalties, but that's about it. Close fight is for third. The other fight on track is for P1 and 2 between Logic and Quadro. Quadro though is on the harder compound tyres. He's on the hards, where Logic's on the mediums. So you'll see that race develop later on. Same as Dark and Albani. Albani's on the hards, Dark's on the mediums. Also, Harry is on the back of Flavour now for 10th and 11th. We'll see what these two, P1 and 2, are like on the DRS straight in a minute, but at the moment that gap is not really changing. It's staying at 2 to 3 tenths. It's up to 6 and 7. Harry is going to move up into P10, Flavour down to 11. On the short DRS straight up into turn 1. A gap between 1 and 2 just seems to grow through sector 1 and then closes down through sector 2 into 3. And then Mantic has now slowly got a train behind him now. He's got Callum and Ali behind him, and this is an overtake between Dark and Albani, and Dark moves up to P3. Does he hold on to it? And Callum and Dark holds on to it, but he's going to keep hold of it though. They're going over side by side. There's a big train there though, once you get on the back of it. Maybe I'll get it back. Dark and Albani. Albani moves up to 3rd, 4th is Dark. Continue the fight. We've got Mantic in 5th, Ali's 5 tenths behind him, and Callum's 9 tenths behind him. Like the P1 though, it's closing right down now. It's still 4 tenths though. 3 to 4 tenths. Logic's out of VRS. Well, lower than 25%, but so is Quadro. Looks like the mediums might have started to fall off now. Three medium runners, Logwell in the front, on the top 10 are Logic in P1, and then you got Dark in 4th and Mantic in 5, all on mediums. Everyone else is on hard around them until you get down to 13 and 14. They're both on 6-lap old mediums, which means they're both boxed early. Schumacher, Alessio and Fiat have all boxed. No one else has boxed. Dark has got past Albani, and Albani moves down to 4th. Also, Ali on Mantic. Ali's got no ERSO. Alicia, first time penalty of the race. 3 seconds for Tornaco. And Logic is in the pit lane, 8-lap old mediums. That's interesting, it's an early pit stop. We know the hards can do it though, so he might be able to do the hards to the end now. He's going to be pushing it though, unless he's doing a 2-stop. That's interesting. Logic doing a 2-stop then. I wonder if he's doing soft or is he going to go hard at the end then? He's going to come out behind. Behind Waddington, yeah, in 9th position. There he is. No, it's quite behind Drac, sorry. Drac in 8, 9 is Logic, sorry. Albani on Dark, up to P2. And Logic has got past Drac already, up to P8. Still going side by side up into the town. So P2 now for Albani, holds on to it by looking things he's going to yet. And Dark has to stay in 3rd. Not a lot else is happening at the moment. Ali is still half a second, well 4/10 off of Mantic, and Callum is just 6/10 behind that. Waddington's pulled about a second and a half on them. He's also got Logic behind him on fresh mediums, but he is going to have to box again. Dark moves back up into P2. All this fighting behind is helping Quadro because he knows now that Logic is doing another pit stop, he's got a box again. So theoretically now, Quadro has a 10-second lead. Dark and Albani. Albani moves back up to P2. Yep. Ali on the back of Mantic, still 2/10. Someone spun, and that is Harry, I believe. Yep. Which moves Flavour back up to P10. Ali and Mantic going side by side. Right, Mantic's going to hold on to it though. No, getting close now to those tyres being done though. Five-second time penalty, Dark speeding in the pit lane. So much more grip. Logic moves up to P10, P7, 6, sorry. Yeah. Fast lap as well, a 33.347. Ali in 4th, still on the back of Mantic. Harry, 3-second time penalty. Yeah, that is at oh, you cut the turn 1, he would cut the turn into a little bit too early. Alicio, 5-second time penalty, speeding in the pit lane. And here comes Ali on Mantic again. And there's a little... Jesus Christ. And Logic has got past Callum, and now he's on the back of this Ali and Mantic fight between 3, 4 and 5. Callum's there as well in 6. Waddington is now 1.7 behind this fight, and this fight is for 3rd place. Whoa, hello. Did well then, I won't miss that. Logic playing smart there, just waiting there. Now he gets in and gets past Ali up to P4, and now he's on the back of Mantic. Pretty much so for these cars, this isn't really their fight with him right now. So a completely different strategy to them, and he is pretty much the fast car on this track right now. And there's contact between Mantic and Logic, and they're in a wall. I don't know why they didn't yield there, but there we go. Callum up to 4, Wellington up to 5 now, and there's a full safety car deployed. Right on the medium strategy track as well. Stop sitting on hards it. But yeah, so Quadro now on hards in P1, but now that gap is gone. They got the box. 15 laps. Can you do 15 laps on mediums? I mean, probably can with a safety car. It's going to be very close though. Yeah, Albani's in as well. I expect everyone's going to be boxing shortly. Apart from the ones I've already just boxed, literally like Dark and all that, I ain't going to box, but the rest of them all. Right, so what is Albani going to mediums as well? Right, so Callum's gone to medium, so is Waddington. It's probably the strat, because safety car out for 3 laps. As long as they don't put too much wear on those tyres, they should maybe get to the end. But this is where Dark's going to slingshot straight up to P2, 3, sorry, on those hard compound tyres. But he is on hards, so be careful. Flavor's stayed out on 12-lap-old hards. Ooh, that was awfully close. Right, so Schumacher's out, still out of 9-lap-old hards. I'm surprised he hasn't boxed this with us. So Logic in 10th now, Drac in 11, Harry in 12, 13 is Lilicio, and Fiati in 14. That's the problem, that pit lane. That's that pit lane for you though. Right then, so penalties though, there is a few penalties on track, and there's a few people with 5 seconds. I'm surprised they haven't served them. I mean, I'm surprised Dark hasn't got rid of that 5 second. But done for speeding in the pit lane. And Alicio's also got a 5 seconds, so again, they'll be better off trying to serve it as fast as they can and get rid of that penalty. Alicio, it looks like he is. Yeah. Logic, you can report it if you want, man. That's legit what I do. If I know I'm in the wrong and I've done something, I made a mistake, I send an incident in against myself, and that way, yeah, you'll still get the penalty for it, but it also basically says, like, it's my fault, I deserve that penalty sort of thing. But yeah, if you can send it in, or even send me the clip of it, whichever, you can do that as well. As long as you don't cut the track, you can. You're allowed to. You're allowed to cut the white. Yeah, you're allowed to cut the white line to get in the pit lane. Yeah. You can't cut. You can't cut the track to get in the pit lane, but you can cut the white line because obviously tracks like Brazil and Austria are awkward because of racing line and that. Penalties are above. Right, P2 is Albini, 3-second time penalty. Dark in third has got a 5-second. Callum in fifth has a 3-second. Harry in 10 has a 3-second, and now Alicio in 14th also has a 3-second after serving that 5-second time penalty. Still to box though. Schumacher will have to box again. He's 100% will have to box again. But I don't think anyone else will have to box. Not 100%. Actually, no, because because Logic went on to hards. He was the only other person doing a different strat, but he is going to have to box the hards. I mean, the other thing as well, Logic, you can do is send your clip to the person you had the incident with, and just apologise and say, if you want to report it, there's my view, sort of thing. 9 out of 10, if you talk to the driver and apologise to them, that's all you can do, and if they report it, then they report it. The person you had the incident with, I got a funny feeling, will be reporting. So we all make mistakes. I mean, this is one of those parts and parcels, isn't it? Yeah, just watch out about being in AI too long as well, Logic, though, please. You could be in AI for 15 seconds, just don't be in it too long. That's... So Schumacher is doing his pit stop. Yeah, it's going to go to mediums now because he'll get to the end easy. He'll be on a fresh set of them as well, and he'll be up to tyre attempts just as the safety car comes in. So that's a good strat call there. I think it's mediums to the end now. Brand new set of mediums would be perfect. Yeah, so literally Logic had a very similar incident that we've seen with Waddington and Albini earlier. And that slight little contact resulted in both of them going into the wall. Like I said, he just made that slight mistake and that's all that happened. So the problem is now for like Wallington and Logic and all that, I've got to try and come through the field on a harder compound tyre against medium runners for the next 5 laps are going to be a bit like, yeah, I mean, I'm probably not going to get past many of them. Logic might get past a couple of them, but I don't. It's just going to have to be patient. So Quadra is going to lead the restart. 2nd is Albini, 3rd is Dark, 4 is Ali, 5 is Callum, 6 is Mantic, 7th is Logic, 8 is Drac, 9 is Harry, 10 is Flavour, 11 is Wallington, 12 is Fiate, 13 is MSC, and 14 is Alicio. And the race will resume once the safety car goes in the pit lane. Remember, you can't overtake until you cross the start-finish line. The hard runners though, all you got to do is play patient. and let those medians start to die. And once they start dying, you'll have a massive advantage. It'll be about 5 or 6 laps, and then you'll have the fastest compound tyre. So look to see Dark, Mantic, and Logic, and Waddington, and Fiat maybe coming back in this race. Quadro leads it then, back underway. We have about 12 laps to go, including this lap. Quadro leads it, second is Albini, third is Dark, 4 is Ali, 5 is Callum, 6 is Mantic, 7 is Logic, 8 is Drac, 9 is Harry, 10 is Flavour, 11 is Waddington, he's on the back of Flavour as well. Harry's on the back of Drac as well. Watch that fight there. Waddington has got past Flavour up to P10, so Flavour's now 11, 12 is Fiat, 13 is Schumacher, and 14 is Alicio. And Logic does get past Mantic up to P6. Mantic now down to 7. And Logic has got past Callum up to P5. There's a few fights on track, but all about 4 to 5 and 6 tenths separating everybody. Quadro fast lap, 1:33.289. Mantic 3-second time penalty, and that's looking like these penalties might be massive. Logic 3-second time penalty. That is now, what was that, 7 of the top 10? No, 6 of the top 10 have got penalties. That's crazy, because X and A we had one person with a time penalty in the entire race. Logic on Ali moves up to P4. Ali's going to stick a nose there, but isn't going to hold on to it, so Logic moves up to 4. And this is a train that a mark is on. Oh no, Red Bull leads it. 6 is Callum, and he's got a nice little train behind him with Mantic, Drac, Harry, and Waddington all behind the Red Bull of Callum. Fiat behind Flavour in 12th. Also Schumacher behind that fight there as well in 13th. Be patient and get the move when he makes a mistake, and Fiat makes a mistake right on demand, and that's Schumacher still there though. Oh well. Schumacher drift wide into Fiat, and they both go. That's not really. Oh, it's looked like more of Schumacher's fault going off a little bit wide there, just got dug out and tapped him. Fiat left him did leave him room. Can't blame Fiat for that one. And look at that. Logic got a massive run on Dark and up to P3. Logic not close enough to make a move on P2 though, Albini, but does get past the red Ferrari fast, and here comes Callum straight back at him though, because he had to pull through the exit the next corner. But the Ferrari doesn't have enough ERS, nor does the Alfa Romeo, but the Alfa Romeo holds on to it. P3 for Logic, 4th is Dark. Ali is now 5, but still in that train. Albini is now. Oh yeah. At the moment, Albini has a 2.9 behind Quadro, but has a penalty. So does, well, they all have penalties in this train, all the way from 2nd to 5th, 7th. All have time penalties. So pretty much that means that Quadro has a 6-second lead right now, with that time penalties involving them to all those drivers, and Logic does move back up to P2 and now hunting down Quadro. Quadro on mediums and Logic on the hard. Much about that. Drac and Harry make contact. Harry's still 9th though. Drac is down to 13th. I don't know who actually, I can't remember who was in front of that. I think Harry was in front of Drac, wasn't he? I remember. I can't remember who was in front of Harry and Drac. No, not Callum. Harry. Let's have a look. I'm gonna have a look who. Yeah, they're going side by side. Drac was in front. Harry was going for a move on Drac. Can't really do nothing about them. One of them ones where you're pretty much in the wrong place, wrong time, innit? But when I went on board with Drac, Drac was trying to get his car off the track, out of the way. And Harry cut the track, so well, part of the track to get out of the way. Pretty much because you're the first one to try to be there when that happens. They've got no time to react to get out of the way, have they? As well. Right then, so Logic leads P2. I mean, Quadro leads the race. He's gone. 3.7 seconds in front of Logic. Albini's 3rd, 6 tenths behind. So Logic is Albini's staying with Logic. Just, but he is staying with him. 7 tenths behind. 4 tenths behind him is Dark. And Drac has got damage and in the pit lane. Dark 3-second time penalty. Another one that's going to be up to 6 seconds, I think now. Actually, no, he's going to have 8 seconds, isn't he? He had a 5-second earlier, so he's got 8 seconds now. Also the 5-second. The 5-second he got for speeding in the pit lane, and that is an overtake for Callum on Ali, and it's a great move, and Ali moves down to 6. Well done Ali for leaving space as well. Well, 90% of them are leaving space, it's just the odd one doesn't leave enough, just quite enough. Mediums will drop off, they've done 5 laps now, so they're up to 7 laps old actually, if they drop off after 5, so now hards will be faster than the mediums. And you can see that between P1 and 2, it's down to 3.7. Mantic looks like he just got away with his teammate. Volume 2 moves up to 7, Mantic down to 8, both on hards, 6 and 7 lap old. That is the closest fight on track, but it's not a fight as such. Albini 3-second time penalty, so he's up to 6. P3 has a 6-second time penalty now. P4 has 8 seconds. Oh, and then Dark nearly dropped it there as well, so he's going to cost himself a bit of time to the cars in front. Yeah, look at that. Callum's gained 2.5 tenths. And you can't even see him, but he's pulled it. Oh, nice. Try and hang it out, Schumacher. I know you're in 12th position, but points are points. Just remember that. Even if, just say if you want to, if you need to, you can retire in a pit lane. You'll have an excuse to. If your internet's that bad. Try and hang it out. Oh yeah, the game. Yeah, well we had that glitch on what was it, Wednesday, when everybody was all over the place. There's nothing anyone could do. It wasn't the host, it wasn't the people that I was racing with, because like I said, Ryan's probably got the best internet of all of us. And when we were racing, he was hosting it, and I was behind Stone, and Stone was bouncing everywhere, and then they go, and Stone's got like, what's his upload speed? Like close to a gigabyte? Well, that's well, download speed's up pretty well. His upload speed was like in the 90s sort of thing. So like, what's going on? Mantic 3-second time penalty. So yeah, I think they're just giving up trying to do anything with this game now and just leaving it to glitch everywhere. Alicio and Flavor contact. I mean, Alicio's around. Flavor's still going, I think. And that is a full safety car. Wow. That is massive for people with no time penalties. Alright. 1 second, I didn't realise you were not in a session. Oh, I got to try and find you. Give me a second. Didn't realise you got kicked. It didn't say anything when we got kicked. I try and keep an eye on that bottom bit if anyone gets kicked or not, but did not see it. But you should have had that invite now. Right then, will anyone box then? Because it's 5 laps to go. What does Quadro do? Quadro does box. What is everyone else going to do now then? Because the leader is boxing. Is anyone going to say no to boxing? So far, front 4 all in the pit lane. 5th is in the pits. 6th, Ali in the pits. What's Waddington going to do? Stay out? He is going to stay out. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Everyone behind him is going to be... Everyone else is on softs, yeah? Literally everyone else is boxing. Waddington needs a safety car in his lap. Well, next lap. Max. Wrong strap. Big time wrong strap. I know, it's just, you know what people like with no penalties. No. Right, it's a Schumacher, because AI didn't box either, I don't think, but yeah. I'm going to have a look at all the ones with no penalties, with many warnings they've got. Actually, not just you, but let's have a look. Well, you got... Well, apparently you got 3 warnings, but I take it that was for that collision that you had with them cars that crashed. So you've got So I think you've got 1. Quadro has 1. Right, Logic has a penalty, so does Albani, so does Dark. Schumacher doesn't have any penalties, I've seen that. He's got 1 as well. Is he the only car? Yeah, they're the only ones at the front row anyway. So yeah, so people that haven't got any time penalties so far, top 10 have all got 1 warning. So Quadro, Waddington and Schumacher all have 1 warning. That is the penalties. 3 seconds for Logic, 6 seconds for Albini, 3 seconds for Dark, 3 seconds for Callum, 3 seconds for Ali, 3 seconds for Alicio, 6 seconds for Mantic. This late safety car has destroyed his race. 3 seconds for Harry. But saying that for Mantic is only pretty much only a handful of places he can drop now, further back. Remember, everyone that finishes will score points. Top 15 score points, and we've only got 14 cars. Safety car will be in next lap. This is where one force ends it. Yep. There's two cars that are faster than you. I know. Yeah, no. Right. For me, I don't know where else to be saying this, but there's 2 cars directly behind you are faster than you on this circuit. You can already clearly say that, but the rest aren't. But I'm trying to say, I don't want to say too much, but yeah, I wouldn't like. If I'll just play this, tell you now, this is what I would do if I was a hard runner in P1 right now with the 2 cars behind you that I know are clearly faster than you. would I wouldn't, if it was me, I wouldn't fight the two cars that hard. The rest of the field I think you can beat comfortably. It's those two cars I wouldn't go stupid. But yeah, so I think you've got a chance at second, but I think you've got the third is there more because of the pace difference between the hards and meat on the softs. Right, 2 laps, well 3 laps to go, including the lap about to start, and that'll be raced at the end. Safety car can't come out again. Nope, it'll have to come out next lap, and they'll have to be in next lap, so it can't be out again. I mean, if it comes out next lap, it'll be in that lap as well. Right, so Wallington's done to do this restart on the hard tyres, then you've got pretty much from 2nd to 7th on the softs, then Schumacher in 8 and 9, and Lucio both on 9 lap and 11 lap old mediums, then softs for Mantic, Harry, Fiat, Flavour, and then 4 lap old mediums for Drac. Safety car restart. And there's 3 laps to go, including the lap they're about to start right now. Everyone looks like they got through turn 1 okay, and into turn 2 okay. Ali, 3-second time penalty. Pace difference between the mediums, the softs and the hards are about 2 seconds. And a brand new set of softs against a whole set of hards. And here comes Logic on Quattro. Ali has dropped it on the exit of the DRS section. And Logic has cut the corner and got a 3-second time penalty. Quattro back up to P2. Mantic and Alicio fighting for 8th and 9th as well. Quattro on the outside, fast right-hander. And there's the train behind. I think DRS will be enabled for the very last lap as well. Comes Quattro turn 1. Incident at the back, Harry's gone. Final corner. Quattro does move up into P1. Fiat 3-second time penalty, and Quattro's been at P1 virtually the entire race. Well, he was, apart from like literally this restart, was the only time he hasn't been leading the race. Logic, massive final corner, that exit, yeah, absolutely massive. Traction was absolutely perfect, and here comes Albini as well. Albini moves up to 3rd. Well, what we've got to do is stay with him. There's 6 seconds of Logic. There's the penalties. Dark's got a 3 seconds, he's up to P4. Harry, 3-second time penalty. Logic and Quattro fighting for P1, but Quattro holds on to it. Quattro is literally helping Watto massively right now, because he's literally holding up Logic, and he's been going, and this fight's still going. So P1 for Quattro, 2nd is Logic, 3rd is Albini, 4 is Dark. 5 is Waddington, 6 is Callum, 4th is Dark, 5th is Watto, 6 is Callum. All have penalties. Schumacher in 7 is the only other car that's got no time penalties in the top 9. Flavour at the moment, if he can just stay with that gap of Alicia might jump up a position as well. Callum up to P5. Yeah, I would be with him, mate. That's what I'm saying, he's got to stay with them. Schumacher now is 3 seconds behind the fight for 6th, so at the moment he is not going to be gaining a lot. He might gain 2 places though. No, can't hand it to you. Harry, 3-second time penalty. Fight for P1 still going. Oh, Logic saved it. I know he dropped it, but wanted to save it and keeps it going. Mantic's got past Schumacher, but doesn't matter. He's got a 6-second time penalty. All Schumacher's got to do is stay with him, and he will still jump in on time penalty countback. Schumacher is fighting hard back and holds on to it and does get back into 7th. And we are at the final lap of the race. I didn't even realise. So there we go. There's the car there. Quadro, fastest car. Oh well, I will say fastest car, but he's been in the lead in the entire race. Pole position and been leading most of the race. If it wasn't for that safety car earlier, we would have had about a 15-second lead. So Quadro, in my opinion, deserves to win this race, and he's going to. It takes advantage of Bull Beast not being here, and Quadro wins round number 8 at Paul Ricard, France. I'm not too sure, mate. Gotta go by what race results we got here, Flavour. So if they're not in the lobby, they're not in the lobby. But Harry got time penalty, so I think he is in the lobby. So Wallington moves to 2nd. That's the best result you could look for. So yeah, 100%. But that's what I would have done. I just wouldn't have fought those two cars that super hard, which you didn't. But yeah, Flavour, by looking things, I think people were in the lobby. I invited 2 people back in, but they got back in the lobby. And Harry got time penalties at the end, so I think most of the people were in the lobby, from what I've seen. I invited all the ones I've seen leave. Right then, classified results. And that 6 seconds did hammer Logic, but he still gets a top 5 finish. Late safety car though is the problem. And Ali, yeah, Ali got 3 laps down because he DNF'd. I'll have to see if he did retire in the pit lane or not actually, because if he did, he'll lose that position. Right, Quadro wins it, and from pole position, and Wallington's 2nd from 3rd. 3rd is Dark from 4th, and Callum from 12th finishes 4th. 5th is Logic with a fast lap of a 1:33.059, 5th. 6th is Albani, 7th is Schumacher, 8th is Flavour, 9th is Alicio, 10th is Mantic, 11th is Drac, 12th is Fiate, 13th is Harry, and 14th is Ali. In 6th. Okay. We go by these race results, mate, so on mine you're in 8th. So I don't know. Yeah, sounds like Flavour might have desynced, yeah. No one, because I only knew Schumacher and Harry and Fiati got kicked. So I invited them back in, I didn't see anyone else. Oh. I don't know then, Flavour. I think something's happened to the game there. Because on ours you got 8th, and we go by the race results from the stream. Mate, I'm so done with this game, I tell you. How many people get kicked and shit like that? It's ridiculous. So sorry, Flavour, I don't know if you got desynced or someone else did, but on ours you're 8th. So apologies. Right. Next week is... But yeah, the game is so bad. Yeah, but that's why we always go by the stream view, Flavour, because that way they're the ones you know if they're in the lobby or not. Because they don't get kicked. Well, I mean, they do, but they don't very often get kicked. But that's why we normally go by the race director from the stream, and we look at what the admin has got from the final at the race as well. So like, so what will happen is Callum will get a screenshot, and I'll have a screenshot. And if they're different, then we'll go by the streams. But if they're the same, then obviously it's correct. It's just this game is a full joke. I mean, the last 2-3 weeks, it's been really, really bad. I mean, we got people lagging everywhere, the people that don't even lag. Like, I mean, we had Stone on Wednesday lagging everywhere, and I'm there going, Jesus Christ, I've never seen him lag before in my life. And then Ryan Hurricane was lagging everywhere, and I'm there going, they never lag. It's just the game is so bad now. But hopefully, it's just that bit of the game being crap. Unfortunately, you got screwed over by it. Alright man, have a good evening. And next week, where are we next week though? I have no idea. We are at, oh, Spain, Barcelona. Catalonia. Yeah, I'll catch you in. Right. Round number 8 next week, Friday, 6:30 PM will be round number 9 at Catalonia, Barcelona. For round number 9 from Spain. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'm sorry Flavour, but there's not much we can do. I just wish people wouldn't get kicked because it's not your fault and it's not the host's fault, if you know what I mean. It's not like we can blame it. Well, we can blame somebody, but there's no one physically we can blame for it. But yeah, it is, I'm afraid. But hopefully the game gets a bit better if they update it and fix something. But no, I know you're not complaining because you're not like that much, but you know what I mean. It's just, I don't like it because it messes you up, if you get what I mean. Because that desync, right, could one cause you to crash against AIs, right, and cause you an incident when you're not actually in that lobby but you think you are, or your AI could cause something on track in the main lobby, if you get what I mean. But that's what I don't like about it. But yeah, it's like I said, it's not your fault. It's not anyone we can physically blame apart from obviously EA, but they're not going to listen to anyone. It is what it is right now, isn't it? But yeah, so yeah. So I mean, from what I've seen, everyone was in the lobby. I thought everyone was in the lobby because of the time pens and all that sort of stuff that are coming through the field. The ones that I invited back in, I invited. I mean, Schumacher didn't invite, and Schumacher messaged me on. What did he message me on? Messaged me on something, and so did Harry. I invited them back in. I didn't even know they left, so I invited them back in, but I didn't realise anyone else wasn't in the lobby because I didn't see anyone say it dropped out or desynced or anything. It didn't say it, so I didn't see it. Well, it might have said it, but I didn't see it. If I'd seen it, I would have invited you, like, as you always know I always try and do. Yeah, that's the only problem though, right? Because when you're streamers now, when you're doing comms, you can't see the X's on people's names and AI and stuff, so I can't tell if people aren't in the lobby like you used to be able to. So when you watch the streams back now, you see that you can't see the actual, the name of the driver or anything anymore, where you used to be able to see it, which was a pain in the ass, because that way I used to know if people were in the lobby and I could get them back in. But now it's pretty much, unless I catch it at the bottom of the screen and see it there, I don't catch it. And if obviously if a group of you get kicked out at the same time with me trying to catch them all, it's going to be nuts. Hopefully they clean it and fix it, but we'll have to see. They normally update it on Mondays. Yeah, you got 8th though, so at least you got to say it's still at 8th, so it's better than nothing. I mean, there's also penalties could come up to people as well, so you might jump up a bit more. But yeah, but apart from that, there's not much we can do unless I just hope the game they fix it and clean it, because it probably will help them massively, because they normally do clean it Mondays. But yeah, still a great result. Anywhere in the top 10 in that tier, top 10 is decent. Right, I gotta go though for a bit messed up from work. But thank you for watching EFR round number 8 from Paul Ricard. Next week, 6:30 PM on Friday, will be round number 9 at Catalonia, Spain. Everybody have a great weekend, and I'll catch you all next week.